bars in a rave. Man, I go hard like Santan.
Hello and welcome to another episode of MUGA. Let me go and introduce a panel of some familiar faces, some guys we haven't seen in a minute. Rodney, what are you telling me, bro?
Good, man. I'm good, man. Good to be here. Good to be here. Thought I'd make an appearance on our best game of the
You've
season.
been secretly going to games. You're tweeting about the team.
It's mad. I'm locked in, but I don't want to come on here locked in.
Why not?
Mad. Huh?
Why
no,
not?
I get too emotional. I get too involved. So I got
Fair enough, man. But it's good to have you. It's been a minute, man. Dr. Michael, how goes it?
It's all right, man. Yeah, it's all right. I'm positive after yesterday's game, man. I'm positive.
Yeah, we even had you messaging in the MUGA group chat.
Hey, Martinez goal done something to me. I'm telling you, that goal done something to me.
Yeah.
It moved me differently. That's how you strike a ball, Rasmus Hojlund. Trust me.
Yeah, no, we'll get into that, man. And the Dark Lord himself. He must not be named.
What's going on, boys? What's going on, boys?
Disu? When we get a velvet robe like that, man.
Bro, man's comfy. Bro, this is a good Monday, you know. This is a good Monday, bro.
I know that Joy Taylor news got you laughing, boy. What did
they hit Shorty with a freako? They hit Shorty with a freako.
They said that peanut butter skin.
No, that video is too funny.
Oh gosh, cool. We digress. We'll let the authorities and Fox News handle Joy Taylor. Before I start, I've got to do the usual plug the social. So if you're following on the Twitter, and if you're not, it's TLF_MUGA. Give us a follow. YouTube is TLF_MUGA as well. The main pod comes out, the visuals come out 24 hours after the audio. So audio comes out on a Tuesday morning, visuals come out on a Wednesday morning. Also going to get the Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff that you guys like up and running. So many clips, so many segments, so little time, but we try. If you are somebody who likes the audio and you prefer it over the so you like the visual and you prefer it over the audio, what you need to do is subscribe to be a patron. Patrons get the visual the same morning the audio comes out. That's also MUGA. We put out a pod last week on the financial reports, myself and Elijah, really good. And a few more patrons added. Can guarantee at least 2 pieces of content a week. So sign up if you haven't signed up already. I've got a family to feed. Anyway, let's get into it, guys. Sunday, Super Sunday, all eyes on me. It's normal for us. The big rivals, Liverpool, normal for us. I want to start with you, Rodney. It's been a minute. Going into the game, how are you feeling?
Man, I was ready for the 7-0. Honestly, even before the game, when I saw the lineup, I said, man, I'm ready for the 7-0, man. I wasn't a fan of the lineup, to be honest with you. So going into the game, I wasn't confident. I saw the lineup, and then the way we start, I thought it was a 7-0.
Calm. How about you, Dr. Michael? What were you thinking when you saw the lineup come out? Because I'm trying to remember, did you
win comfortably,
talk
man,
in the chat from the start, or was it specifically when Martinez's goal went in?
No, from when the goal went in, because my head went to Pluto, bro. I did not anticipate that at all. Because even just when the ball was going, like when Bruno played it, he obviously was like a reverse pass, and then I was like, because Martinez got the technique. You can talk about his lack of physicality, lack of ability to jump high and head the ball, but one thing he can do is he can strike a football. So when that goal went in, I was on another stratosphere, bro. So yeah, going in like Rodney, I thought it would be whatever score Liverpool wanted. Whatever score they wanted, it was going to be. So it was just trying to keep it. I was just thinking, let's just keep it cute, nothing too drastic, and we'll just move on to the Arsenal game. But, lo and behold, there's something in this team, and they just need to show that on a consistent basis.
Old dog's got life in it yet, yeah?
Most definitely.
All right. Disu, talk to me about the lineup, because obviously we've spoken as a group since the Newcastle game about the errors that we were seeing from Amorim, which had nothing to do with the player quality. And one of the things people called out was just his actual selections and who he was picking to play. What did you think when you saw the lineup?
I was close to Reams. When Reams sees a bad lineup, he says, "Oh, y'all enjoy the game. I ain't watching that shit." Yeah, even though he's gonna watch it. That's kind of how I felt when I saw Diallo and Maguire at fullback. I think it's like we haven't scored from open play with them to a wing back, and just seeing Hojlund, I was like, oh, nasty business. Just give me the lights as well, nasty business. So I was thinking, all right, cool. But I kind of thought that we would get something purely off the fact that we cannot be bitches every week. At least 1 week, we're gonna take the day off and like, do you know what? We're not gonna be bitches today. We're gonna be men. That's what I thought. So maybe this was the perfect time for these lot to actually behave like the grown men that they are that have mortgages, wives, and children. So that's what I kind of thought coming to the game. And I ain't gonna lie, I was actually surprised about how the team played. And I think the big difference was we actually had a threat down the left. And because Diallo was BTA belt to ass. Diallo was belting the living daylights out of Trent.
Yeah.
Him and Bruno running a 2-man game on Trent, and it was nasty business. It was
Yeah.
nasty business.
It's so interesting you mention it because he's probably, of the two wing backs, he's probably the one that worries us the most just because of how much of the ball he gets and how little he actually does with it. Like he's constantly seems to be the one who's able to get in behind, get like clear one-on-ones with his man, but he's...
Well, it reminds me of, sorry to cut you, yeah.
No,
Remember 2016-17, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
When, so this is Jose's first year, and our home games, we used to pack teams in, yeah? But for whatever reason, we didn't have a right wing for like 5 years straight. And the ball will always go to Valencia, and he used to have bare time and space, and all he will do is just smash the ball as hard as he can,
low and hard,
and
low and hard, man,
and nothing will ever come of it. Nothing ever,
yeah,
ever. Like it just kind of reminds me of that, where the one player that the team, like the opponent, doesn't mind having time and space on the ball, gets it in Diallo, but this time he made it count because he was causing Trent all types of problems. And that is a big indictment on Trent. Because if Diallo's looking at you and all he's seeing is barbecue chicken, you need to look yourself in the mirror. Like you actually need to look yourself in the mirror and really, really have a word with yourself. Like, am I disgracing my family's name right now? Because if Diallo's looking at me like I'm food, I'm looking at myself differently. I ain't sleeping at night. If Diallo looked at me as food, mate. I don't care how much I'm getting paid. I'm having a bad day because bro. Because Diallo is ass, but he was moving and grooving yesterday. I ain't gonna lie, he was moving and grooving still.
Yeah, it was cooking. He was cooking something up. We'll get on to the second half. What were you guys' thoughts on the first half? Because for me, the Newcastle game was the last game I had anything to go by, and I think when we down within like 3 minutes or something. So
Newcastle, the first 20-30 minutes of Newcastle is one of the most vicious belt to ass extravaganzas I've ever witnessed, bro. It was non-stop.
The fog's over there, man.
Bro, that's what they'll do to us for 25, 30 minutes. It was embarrassing. It was truly embarrassing. So
yeah, I was anticipating something similar, but then you said at the start, Rodney, that after a few minutes you were a bit nervous. We're like, oh, here we go. When did you actually hold on? These lot look all right.
So like the first 15 minutes, Liverpool created like 4 opportunities, and I'm thinking, well, here we go again. I think the first Trent had a shot block, then Diaz fired over, then Gakpo had one that he put on the outside of the right post, then McAllister had one that came over the top. He probably should finish that one. I was thinking, nah, this is a bit mad. But I think after about 25 minutes, I think we made a slight adjustment in that we started to pack the midfield a bit. So the 2 10s came in line with Kobe and Ugarte. So it was like a 5-4 rather than like your normal 5-2-3. So that kind of congested the space and it stopped Liverpool being able to cut us open, because that first 15, they created quite a few chances. I don't know if you guys were locked in on that first 15, but it was scary hours from there. But I think our manager made a small adjustment, and Bruno and Ahmad were kind of alongside Ugarte and Mainoo, and it stopped Liverpool being able to play through us as easily as they would have done all game, and especially in the first 15 minutes. But after that, I thought we adjusted well. I thought we had the poise, the composure to play football. It's weird because we go long all game. Practically, we don't really pass the ball out over Nana all game, but we look so much better on the ball. So we're not trying to play out from the back. But when we do get on the ball, we're composed. Especially Bruno, everyone's slowing down their thought processes, taking their time, resetting when they have to. So I thought, after about 20, 25 minutes, we started to control the game a bit better. And you started noticing what was happening on the left-hand side with Bruno tucking in on Trent. So Trent couldn't really come out to mark Diallo. So Diallo's free in space, which is why you saw Diallo do a lot of what he did. That 2-man step on Trent worked pretty much all game, and there wasn't much that anybody could do. Gravenberg doesn't know whether to stay where he is or go across. He came across a few times, but then you're leaving space in the middle, and Bruno's just going to tuck into that space. So I think after about 20-25 minutes, we started to exert our, not dominance, but get our game off a bit better than we have in any game I've seen from us this season. It was small tactical adjustments, because in the first 15 minutes, like I said, they had quite a few chances. I don't remember us creating much apart from when Diallo had his header. But I think after about 15-20 minute mark, we settled down and we started to play our game. That's the most composed I've seen us look all season, man.
Yeah, and I think one thing also that happened was the physicality from the team.
Yeah.
So Martinez, Maguire were very, very aggressive with Salah and Diaz.
Yeah.
And then Mainoo and Ugarte were super aggressive with the Liverpool midfielders.
Mm.
And they just removed Curtis Jones from the building. Like, he just got escorted out. Before he got subbed, his spirit left his soul. He weren't really untussling. I thought McAllister was good, and I thought Gravenberg was good. I thought that was kind of a good battle. But I thought in terms of when they had the ball, I thought they had more guile than us in terms of McAllister and Gravenberg, especially Gravenberg. Some of the turns and touches, the way he receives the ball is stupendous. But we were more like just aggressive and onto them. So
yeah, definitely.
And I think that enabled us to win a couple 50-50s. Mainoo and Ugarte will literally throw themselves in a bunch of duels. And every time we got the ball, we were actually, as you said, composed with it. We weren't just rushing it and flinging it. And I thought it was very, very impressive, because we were playing with 10 men effectively. If we're keeping it true, we were playing with 10 men because of that mannequin challenge up front. So, and then we just started to grow into the game. I think the first chance was a Diallo one. Ahmad one. And when I sort of go through, I was like, oh my God, this is a goal. At first, I was annoyed at Diallo for actually putting the ball in the air. But obviously, after watching a replay, if Ahmad just didn't attack it straight away, just waited for the ball, that's an easy header to knock into the net.
Goes too far ahead of it.
Yeah, that's an easier header, and he end up clearing the ball for opposition, which is kind of crazy. And then Hojlund actually had a chance from a brilliant pass from Martinez, and if Hojlund or Bruno or Ahmad, whoever playing that front three, if they consistently make runs, that pass is on with the way we play all the time. And Hojlund was in acres of space, but you could see his lack of confidence because he wasn't really decisive. I know it's not. If you watch a replay, he doesn't give you like, it's a chance, I'm getting the ball, banging it. If that was Salah, the speed at which the shot gets off, whether it goes in or not, is a lot quicker. And I think Hojlund was a bit like just trying to steady himself. And then Alisson was able to close the goal, and then he just kind of put a really nervous finish. There was like no real conviction in him there. Whereas I feel like that ball dropped to Bruno, I think Bruno's instantly getting that under control and driving towards goal and getting a shot. And he probably gets a better angle off anyway. And after that, I was thinking, we're just going to be throwing away these chances, because Hojlund and Ahmad, this really could be 2-0, even though I know Liverpool has some chances. But we just kept on growing into the game. And then I just thought, we ain't gonna lose these youths right now, because we're not actually rattled. Then again, this reminds me of, was it last year? When was the 7-0? Was it 2 years ago?
2 years ago, yeah.
We were actually playing good.
You was,
and then it to go. I was like, do you know what? At halftime, we're like, if we come out playing the same, there's something in.
3-0, 5 minutes.
We didn't know what Luke Shaw had cooking for us, boy. Yeah, Luke Shaw had something devious whipping up in the kitchen. So I don't know why I was confident in this game after what happened a couple years ago. But yeah, man, like, it was actually quite impressive, and it just made me feel like you lot are actually punks, because the way Martinez defended in previous games, it was so back foot, sluggish. Maguire, same thing. Whereas this game, they were aggressive, physical. It's not the first time I've seen Martinez defend that. He
did it against City.
And even remember after he got packed, he got subs against Brentford. The next game was Liverpool. Remember, Liverpool at home, and I think we won 2-0 or 2-1. And Martinez and Varane were brilliant that game. So he has got it in him. So I just don't understand why. And even after the game, he said, they asked him like, "What's the difference?" He's like, the mind." Okay, that works for you then, bro. So why are you playing like a bozo? You know what I'm saying?
We said you're back in this year.
With Martinez.
Martinez stocks.
Nah. Shall I tell you why?
Why?
I expect that from the other man. You're actually meant to be good. So it's actually more unacceptable for you to be like this. Like Maguire, them, I have a low bar of respect for their game and like, what do you call it? I'm looking for hope. You get what I'm saying? Whereas there's a level of expectation of performances from Martinez, and he's fallen short. And like the fake tough guy thing, I wasn't really buying it either, because when real tough guys Newcastle pulled up, you weren't really trying to know. You know what I'm saying?
Of course not. Them guys are built different. All right, cool. Let's talk about the second half, which was blockbuster. That was blockbuster. From the minute we scored all the way through to the end, I felt like I was just on my feet, clapping.
Yeah.
Let's go. So
bro, I was in the coaching staff. Me and Amarin, we were both pointing to where man should be. You know what I'm saying?
That second half was crazy. We started well.
I thought I was gonna get a yellow card from stepping out of the technical area. Man was trying to tell man where to be. Like, go that show. You gotta stay offside there, bro. You gotta
He said from the minute we started,
well.
Yeah.
I don't think it was different from the start we had in the first half. The second half, I think we went into that half with more confidence, obviously, because the first half we played well, and I think within 6 or 7 minutes or something like that, we got our goal, and then we just built on from that. We built on from the left hand side, what kept cooking Trent until he came off, and yeah, Bruno stepped it up. What I really liked about Bruno's second half performance was there were spells of that half where we weren't.
The way you're tapping the table as well, like
I'm locked in,
bro. Man ain't understand.
Yeah, I'm locked in. Fuck about, yeah, no. What was I saying? Fucking, I forgot now.
Bruno second half. What you really like?
Second half. What I liked about him, there were spells in that second half, even where Liverpool was still in that game, and his ability to, where he doesn't normally play like this, compose himself, like I said, slow down the play, reset when it needed to be reset. It just, in moments where we probably may have folded in other games in previous years, his ability to just reset, okay, I'm just going to pass the ball here, pass it back, and we start again and we go again. It just made such a huge difference alongside Ugarte, who was just, he takes offense to people having the ball around him. And it's mad seeing the stuff that he was doing. I think without him, there was about 3 or 4 breaks, because Liverpool are scary on breaks anyway, but there's about 3 or 4 breaks that he broke up, that if he's not there, that's a goal, 100%. So the second half, we started well, we got the goal. The finish is fun. That finish is just, it's just so ironic, because that's the finish that Hojlund should have aimed for in his chance that Disu was speaking about, where there was just no belief. His thing, that chance he had in the first half was just, I need to strike the ball as true as I can, get as much contact on it as I can, and hope for the best. My stream was with Michael Owen at half-time, and Michael Owen was saying, oh, he needs to realise that Alisson opened his left leg and he should slot it through. It's thinking, what's this? Michael Owen, everyone's not you, bro.
I saw you going to the room. When the legends do that, like Thierry Henry said, why not just talk on her?
Yeah.
Bro,
These guys are crazy, man.
It's gone, but yeah, that finish that Martinez had is, when you're in that position from that angle there, it's roofs or across goal, and that finish there. Whew,
that was
man. When that went in, I said,
Michael, a chat he'd been ignoring for 2 years. He said, I seen it. I said, because you're the only one on my phone who's in that color.
Yeah, red, isn't it? I was thinking, who's red?
Who I think it is. It can't be.
Hey, you brought it back, man. You revived me. Martinez revived me.
That was a great goal.
Bruno in that goal as well. Let's not
reverse
pass.
Yeah.
Even before that, he built up on the left like all game. He was built. He was, that goal was him.
See that performance, yeah. Obviously, it's going to be hard to play at that level every week, especially
every week,
yeah. But this is what we are saying.
Yeah, you
could still create chances as he did, and not literally donate possession to the opponents every time.
Yeah.
And the thing is, what I liked about Bruno's performance is, he used his CV against his opponents, because people usually like, oh, it's Bruno, let's just run and get the ball. And Bruno
under the pressure, he was good, man.
Yeah, bro, turning people, using people's momentum against them, just intelligent play. Like, even when he got the ball, he's like, oh, it's Trent. I can still dribble. Trent ain't gonna try to tackle me. Reverse pass, like him and Amar are the only people we have in the 23, 25-man squad that can see different pictures. And that's one thing, no matter how much I generally despise his performances, that's one thing I can't take from him, that he can see pictures.
Yeah.
And that was just such quality from Bruno. And the funny thing, in the first half, it was a bit wasteful in a couple of opportunities where I'm like, he could go there. But then I clocked, he actually wasn't really being that wasteful, is that he's playing passes where a striker should be, and Hojlund, for whatever reason, he's always in the back post. Radda, we're not going to find in the back post. Van Dijk is 8'10", and he's got the leap of LeBron James, bro.
Bro, I don't get it. Why is he not running across from the blind side? I said it like 2 or 3 times, bro. You're asking Diallo, because it was mainly Diallo, to put in an inch perfect pass, or you're asking Virgil van Dijk to make a mistake for that ball to go behind Virgil van Dijk. It's never going to happen. You've got to get across him. And simple things like this is why I'm saying I'm not buying that United don't create enough for him. That is not the main reason he's not scoring goals. There's so much to his game. Like, if his game is a puzzle, there's so many pieces missing. And it's this is what I defended him in the start when others didn't. And Disu was on him from the beginning. But watching him game by game, there's just nothing to his game. So, like, if you're not going to get into positions to score goals, what else can you bring to the game? And it's just, he's not bringing anything. That performance was dreadful. His ability to see where he needs to be to get goals isn't what people say it is. So even if we put balls in the box now, what happens? Who's on the end of them? It's not you. It's going to be Ahmad.
Usually see strikers go back post in certain scenarios, right? So I'm not sure if you caught the City highlights, but Hojlund scored a header from a Savinho cross.
Yeah,
like strikers. If the guy is crossing the ball, if the guy, like, you tend to see strikers peel off at the back post from like aerial balls, but when it comes to cutbacks, we're looking to get across the near post. Who scored on the weekend?
Like Amar's goal. Amar's goal was that.
Amar's goal was that. I think Leon Bailey might have got a goal doing that as well. Like, Giroud scored, like 90% of Giroud's goals was literally getting across the front post. Like, that is the quickest route to goal in that scenario. A couple times Garnacho tried to get him the ball. Diallo, Bruno, he was just kind of late to it. So, yeah, Bruno, that is what it's about. Like, that is how you play football. That is a proper.
Yeah,
what do you think brought that on, though? Because obviously this is what, year 5, year 6 here? I don't even know anymore. What do you think made him pull a performance like that, like we've never seen before from him in a game, really?
Do you know what? Yeah, I do think he's got character about him, but I think his issue is that he quickly self-destructs. So he can come into the game trying to impact the game, and then when things go wrong, instead of him being the player to kind of get teams going, he kind of unravels. Like, we saw him get the second yellow card or whatever the game that was, right? And he does that all the time. He actually does dirty fouls when we're losing all the time, and he gets away with it. Whereas, and I think also the manager makes a difference. I think there's a certain level of accountability. He can't, under Oli, he was actually just doing anything, bro. He was spamming balls from anywhere. Under ETH, that somewhat dropped, and under Amarin, that's completely vanished. So I just don't think Amarin will stand for it. So I think when there's a level of accountability in the gaffer where Brody
causes him to,
he substituted him in a couple games when that never used to happen, right? So I think that's
and he questioned him this week as well with the Maguire thing. Sorry to cut you off, Disu, but when he was talking about Maguire, I'm going to extend his contract. He's a leader. He's shown his ability to be a captain. Yada yada. I took that as a sort of indirect to Bruno, because you're basically saying we need leaders in the team. We've had obviously your captain just got sent off, or the game before got sent off. You're basically questioning him. Like, is he good? Is he good enough to be captain now? So then I felt that that's just him. And obviously, this guy's good at his psychology with the players. And I think Bruno responded to that, and he responded in the right way with a disciplined performance.
Agreed. I think your point about him not giving the boy, like the giving the ball away is so, like, it's so bad. Like, not just for him, I'm just being generally in regards to how your team plays. Like you need players who, when it gets on top, they can keep the ball. And he got a crucial first down when he was in the middle of the pitch.
Yeah, that was mad.
And somebody else, and he was able to, like, wriggle, turn left, right, then get the free kick, and then you slow the game down. Yeah, that's what you need to do when it's on top. You need players who are able to just slow it down. Like, it's like just getting it as far away from the goal as I can by booting it. Nobody, it doesn't matter how good your defense is. Like, at times, football's a game of who makes the least errors. And the more times I have to defend against a guy one-on-one, the more times I have to see that fast winger coming up against me, the more likely I'm going to be to make a mistake. So That was really good from him. I want to ask you guys about a couple of other players. He didn't play the whole game, but Kobe Mainoo, what did you guys think of him yesterday?
He looks fit. He looks fit.
Hello, go on, Rodney.
The first 10, I'm not having nothing from no one. That was scary hours. Honestly, if the manager took him off in that first 10 minutes, nobody could have said nothing. Then this dickhead Disu is coming in the chat talking about that was class after 45 minutes. I'm not having that. He grew into the game, definitely. And overall, it was a great performance, to be honest with you.
So I was right?
Huh?
So I was right.
No. How could you? No. That 45 minutes was split in two. My thing with Mainoo is, and I think Morayo touched on it. He needs to he got 44 touches. Like with me at the moment, it's a whole. It's gonna sound bad to say, but it's a whole lot of nothing. Kind of like it's if you're gonna be the player that gets on the ball and affects that way, then you need to get on the ball more. Because you're not going to be able to affect the game like marking out spaces or going back the other way. At the moment, for me, it's just, well, what are you good at? So, but it was a great performance yesterday.
Yeah, I think for me, when I mentioned that, it's like I know what he's good at. He's really good on the ball in terms of like dribbling and like in tight areas. He's combative, and you can tell like small-sided games, he's absolutely peak, right?
Yeah.
But you're playing on a massive pitch, so there will be times when your team is stretched. And he's not like a Ugarte. He's not. That's not his bag. But the things that like you're never gonna get, and we do this a lot with players as well. I don't even get it. You're never gonna get a perfect player, and we spend so much time talking about things players don't have, and that doesn't help when a manager puts that player in a position where the things that they're not good at are the things that are coming out of their performance. Put your players in the best position with their skill sets to be successful, right? So having him beside Ugarte is great because then that means there's somebody who's got less quality on the ball who can worry about being the one to break up fast breaks and taking on Salah. Calling the you ain't a defender calling no. Maguire I'm good, bro. I got him, man. He's cooked. Because in 1-on-1. So for me, I just want as we improve, I want him to get the ball more. I want him to be a brain on the ball who's knitting the play, linking the play. When we talk about players who are able to play when the pressure is on, when the speed of the game goes up, he's somebody I look at, right? Because for me, there was that period when we scored, and then there's like, what's going on here? And they just upped it. And then suddenly guys are just booting it. Guys are just booting it up the pitch. Guys are getting short. Guys don't want to be caught on the ball because now you actually have a lead to protect. And then that again shows you that's the level of the team, right? They're not that good. When a good team ups the tempo, not many of our players are able to play at that level of pressure. So you need all the guys who can do that to be able to get on the ball, make things happen, help you retain the ball, slow the game down. Teams can only play at that level of intensity for short bursts, and you just need to see it out. It's like guys are boxing, right? And you think a knockout's coming, and you just have to manage it. You hold him, you go to the ropes, you use the ropes to keep yourself up. For us, every time that happens, we get put on the floor. We get put on the floor every single time, and even happened with Gakpo's goal. Like, Delit, what are you doing, bro? What the
He went on the floor, like you said.
What the hell are you doing, bro? Like, he completely sold there, man.
And he knows it. They're Dutch international
teammates. The thing about Mainoo quickly is we don't really have many players that are super comfortable receiving the ball anywhere, anytime. And that's where Mainoo was super important for us in this game in terms of ball reception. So just getting the ball, holding it, dribbling past a man, quick pass. It may seem simple, but most people don't have players like that who could do that in any scenario. And when we're playing against Liverpool and their high press and their aggressiveness, it actually matters. Do you get what I'm saying? If that was Casemiro and Eric or Ericsson, my goodness, they'll just be hooking the ball off the pitch back to Liverpool and the ball and it's coming straight back at us. So I think that's where he was valuable in that first half and the time he was on the pitch. Yes, his distance covering isn't the greatest, but not many midfielders are.
Yeah, I wasn't criticizing him.
No, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about the general criticism in general. I find that kind of criticism weird because the distances that some of our midfielders had to cover in our shape, apart from yesterday where we kind of compacted, as Ronnie said, are large gaps. Like if you watch Spurs play with Sarr and Basuma. Their men are super athletes and they can't cover those distances. It's because you can't move fast on the ball. Yeah. The end. Like, so when you have certain shapes, okay, Mainoo ain't gonna do it as good as maybe a Gallagher would, but it's more of a function of the system. Man ain't gonna be looking at Pedri saying, "Oh my God, why can't Pedri run like this?" No. So we shouldn't be doing that. We shouldn't be doing that with Mainoo. It's the same thing we did with Pogba, who's a much better player, but we're focusing on all the things Pogba couldn't do, rather than thinking, okay, cool, Pogba's not the most sensible defender, he's not always most switched on. So I'm thinking, hold on, this is a 6'3" guy who can hit the ball 6 yards right from his feet. Let's utilize that. So I think that's how we got to treat Mainoo, try to get the best out of Mainoo, instead of just kind of wanting him to be a player that he's not, bro. Like, he's not Kante.
Fact. You know what's crazy as well, yeah, is that when you now watch those Pogba comps and you look at the standard of midfielding in the game and you look at the actions that are getting praised by guys, you're like,
this is why I was losing my mind every week. This is why I was losing my mind every week. Because I was seeing what man were jacking. Bro, man were praising Bernardo Silvas, Ericsson's, Coutinho's, Matters. Nah, mate. And now look at, bro, watch it. I saw somebody put an Ollie ball comp, which is very nasty. There's no such thing as Ollie ball.
Yeah, I saw that.
Just those players who are cold.
Loads of good players on the pitch at the same time. That was Ollie ball.
And I was thinking, rah, we had bare quality, you know. We just wasted it. And now it seems like early days, we see like we got Gaffer, but the quality is in the flipping bin. So it's like we could never have anything good, basically.
Literally. Quite literally. I even see my boy Rodney say like, "Oh, what Pogba? One more." Like,
no. What? Rodney did not say that.
For Pogba.
Nah. Wait. I just wanna say. Wait, man.
Disclaimer.
Rodney.
Wait, man. They were dropped the ITKs.
Yeah.
Dropped Pogba's profile. That's what they said. They want someone. I don't remember whatever it was. Pogba ticked all the boxes. Maybe not the speed one, but he ticked the boxes. So I'm saying, if we gotta be smart and savvy, one more round. Let's go, Pogs, isn't it?
Yeah,
one more round. Let's go. That's smart and savvy. But yeah, on Mainoo, like it wasn't. I'm not trying to diss his game or anything, because I love him. I think he's a great player. But I'm just looking at the next steps for him, because it can't just be you're comfy on the ball. Because when we get comfy players all around him, then what's the next level for you? So
yeah, I think that'll come right. It's what 2019.
The only thing is now, because we're United are in a stage where everybody has to hit the ground running. We forget, even me, development wise, he's still quite a young player, but he doesn't have that time, because he's the best of what we got right now. So unless you're going to bring in players that can take that pressure off of him, like at the minute we're able to do that with Euro. Maybe not. Dilit's not the best replacement, but we're easing him back from injury. He's not playing every minute. So he's coming on 20-25 minutes and he's getting great cameos, building. We can't do that with Mainoo at the minute. So you're coming into games, bro, and you're having to cook every single game, and you're having to cook at a level that's way above your age and maybe your development. So it's just where we're at. We're just where we're at the minute. And unfortunately for him, he's gonna. I read somewhere today saying that he's one of the players that's had to show the manager more so than anyone else that he's at the level required, and that's because he's in such an important position where we're not great, and we're going to have to spend 60-70 million if he's not that. If the manager doesn't consider him that player, so for him, he's going to have to take the criticism as it comes, because he's just in the environment he's in at the minute, and I feel sorry for him, because maybe at a different team he doesn't have that pressure and he can develop more smoothly and more at the pace of someone his age, but we are where we are.
Don't have that luxury here. Yeah, fair, man. Other player I wanted to talk about, and Elijah, who's not on this week, said he's been asking for his reparations and he's gotten them on multiple platforms, but he keeps asking for them. Manuel Ugarte. Dr. Michael, talk to me. What did you think of his performance yesterday?
I thought it was very good. As the other guys have alluded to, was very tenacious. He was putting out loads of fires. And he was better on the ball than I had seen him. One thing, when I've watched him prior, I was thinking, this guy can't pass the ball 10 yards. But yesterday, he was very assured on the ball, even under pressure, doing sensible passes. It was even his clearance. It was a clearance that turned into a good ball for Bruno that set up the chance that Harry Maguire missed at the end. So I was actually very impressed with his performance, and he showed yesterday he's a lot better on the ball than I thought. I have to give that to him.
Agreed. Disu, Rodney, what did you guys think of Ugarte yesterday?
I said to Elijah in the chat, if I like the last two games, I would say he's been competent on the ball, because the standard in which I expect of him is quite low. So seeing him go above that standard, I was like, yeah, amazing. But if I accept that that's not what he's going to bring to the game, I'm not watching him for beautiful football. I'm not watching him thinking, yeah, I'm watching a Thiago here or I'm watching another player. Then I can accept that this guy for now is what we need. But touching on the fact that he's so essential is just because the team is so bad. Because I really don't see how a shin kicker like him, although like it's a good performance yesterday, but he's a shin kicker. Let's keep it real. Sorry, Ladger, you're not gonna get much from me, bro. But he's a shin kicker. He's not gonna get Ladger. You're not getting much. If it was another panel member, another panel member might have got in it all, but you're not gonna get much. But yeah, the team is at a level where he's so important. Yeah, it's not great. But yesterday, like I said earlier on, 3 or 4 chances to counter. Without him, Liverpool definitely score, and he was better on the ball yesterday than he's previously been. Whether he can keep that level, I don't know. They're even accounting him for that clearance turn pass that he did that created the last opportunity from Maguire. Let's be serious, guys. He can't see over it, like behind his head. He just
it was a clearance. It was fortunate, innit? It was fortunate.
It's fortunate clearance. But he's in that period now where everybody thought he was so shit that anything above that is like, yeah, he might not be shit. Do you know what I mean? We've had such bad luck with midfielders that now we're fucking praising. Like these are saying, we had Pogba and we're fucking praising shin kickers. how are we here? Like, we've gone from Pogba and we're praising shin kickers now.
Well,
That's what Pogba needed.
We've been needing a shin kicker because the way man just run through our midfield, like the northern line, just straight lines. Do you remember the beginning of last season, the Wolves, where Cunha was just cutting through our midfield.
Yeah.
With no regards, bro. No, like
seeing numbers. You're seeing these numbers.
My thing is, like my day-to-day life is just busy. So when I actually do take 2 hours out of my day to watch something, I don't want to watch a shin kicker or however essential people feel he is. I need to watch the beautiful game. But yeah, I'll give Elijah that he's definitely not as bad as I initially said, because I said I wanted him sold after like 2 games. So I'll give him that. and he has been playing well. And yes, at the moment he is essential, but there was a point where we were saying Bruno was playing awful and he was essential. So like it's just it's relative to where your team is at in that moment.
That's some great insight there, Rodney, man. I think you're right. I think he addresses some needs, but I think even Elijah will be honest and say that where we want to get to, he's a squaddy, you know? Like he's a player who should come in off the bench and you use him as a specialist in games, right? I think what we need to try and find, and it's hard with this market, is that you really shouldn't be paying more than 20-30 million for specialist players who only really shine in certain positions.
Yeah.
50 and more for me are like all rounders, and then 80 plus are like all world sort of talent, right? But we paid, how much did we pay for him, Disu?
I still can't believe it.
50 odd.
I still can't believe we got man on a perm steal. Shall I tell you how
15 million loan.
I tell you how looked in I am, and how much of a human I am, and I'm so proud of myself, At full time, in a couple of chats, I put a poll. What would you rather? 105 million on Declan Rice or 45 million on Ugarte? All the Arsenal boys, they didn't vote, man. They didn't vote. I said,
that's the W right there. That's already a W. You didn't vote. That's the W right there. Cool. Right, so obviously we then go down to 1. Delete, hands in the air for God knows what reason. I don't like him, guys. I really don't like him.
I said I don't like him. Like
No, I don't. I agree with you, bro. This
reminds me of when Rodney randomly said, "I just don't like Memphis Depay as a man."
What? No, but that's aged well, you know. That's aged well. Some of the, I'm not even going to touch on man, but that age like fine wine. Yeah, because that man. Oh man.
I don't like him as a man.
I hear it. Like, I just don't like how he chooses to navigate the earth. Like decisions he makes and how he tries to navigate the planet. They're not for me, man.
You know what was weird about that one now? I was watching it back, and because initially after the game I was talking about it with Jeff, and I was saying, yeah, what can players do? But only one of his arms go up. and that's his arm that's closest to the trajectory of the ball. So I'm not entirely sure what the hell he's doing there, because he's not really jumping, because his left arm stays down at his side, really. And his right arm stays down at his side, and his left arm is the one that comes out. And it's like so far out of his body as well. In this day and age, obviously, it's not what we want to see, but bro, what you doing? And I think where he got cooked for the first goal, it's so hard to overlook that and just say he's unfortunate.
Nah, it's unforgivable.
Even though he might be, it's just
to me, he made 2 mistakes on Sunday.
Yeah,
both led to gold. Yeah, both.
Right,
but that's the thing. That's the thing. He has to. I think I was saying it in the chat. He has to go. Him and Maguire have to battle for that spot.
There's no battle. There's no battle. I'm telling you, there's nothing in their game.
Maguire's got that stand.
Yeah, this is why I don't love Harry, but I love Harry, because bro's mentality is crazy. Bring who you want in the ring. Yeah, every summer, bring who you want in the ring. Me, I'm jab. We're gonna see, because every centre back we've bought that isn't like of that level, he said, "Yeah, you man, safe. You've wasted your money." He's even gonna get a new contract, a 200k a week contract.
Another 200, another 10
fucking centre back.
10 million for Manchester United,
bro. He is the man. I'm telling you, bro. He's at home now with his glass of port and his cheese board, laughing. You got to love him, because we've brought in Delect, who we said, he's gonna replace Maguire. We can sell Maguire for 40 million. We're talking about getting rid of Delect for 10-20 million now. The guy is just inevitable. You can't defeat him.
I'm trying to think.
This back freezes position.
Ajax scams. Have you seen that meme? Yeah, where it's bare different people putting a gun to each other. Yeah. In space. Yeah. So Ajax to Juventus to Bayern to us. Now we need to PSG.
No, it is though. We pay, the price is right. The price is okay, because we can still get rid of him and not lose too much money. Some club is going to buy him for 27 million.
Well, my thing is over the price, fam, is how much money these men are getting.
How much is he on?
He's like on 200 bags or something like that. These men are on big P's, bro. All these men are on 200 bags, and it ain't like that.
Like, what's he good at though? I'm trying to think, like, how did he elevate himself?
Shawcross with Ajax PR. That's what he is.
It's Ryan he's not good on the ball. He's not good.
Yeah, he doesn't excel one defensive area.
He's not good in the duel. What is that man good at? I haven't watched one game and thought this guy's okay. For even the price we play for him is relatively cheap nowadays. But bro, you're making that look expensive. That is mad. He needs to go, man. That yesterday, if not for a few of the bigger performances, he would have cost us that game, man. And we would have been sitting there crying.
Yeah,
he's not it, man. He's not it.
Hard to defend.
I want to ask you guys about Lenny Yoro. Obviously, you guys touched on him earlier. It's been cameos and a few starts here and there. I think we might have one, lads.
Bro,
he's the man on the box.
Mate, he's the man that I can write my tweets and know he's backing man's team. Every time, bro. Whatever I'm writing, he's saying, Yaga Yao, I got you, bro. Every time he steps on that,
it's not even shaky. Like even today, I saw a tweet of like a picture of Abad at the Etihad and at Anfield. I said, we've got one more destination. Yeah, we've got one more destination to hit, because I believe Abad by hook or crook is leaving with something. Like him. Yeah. Like, we don't have many players where we could speak here, and as you're typing, your phone ain't trembling. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
Yoro, from the snippets I've seen of Yoro, like on the ball, man, he is so good, yeah. And what I watch for players on the ball is how quickly they decide to do something. Because the reason why I hate our centre backs, is that in certain games when we have to be the protagonists, they take too long on the ball. Like yesterday, they didn't take too long because Liverpool pressed them, so they're doing things quickly, which was good. But when teams sit back in a mid block or deep block, watch Delict and Maguire will be waffling the ball. And Martinez too. Whereas Yoro, the ball comes to him, whatever he's doing it, it's first time. He actually plays one touch. Well. Give it the ball to him, boom, into Mainoo, boom, into Ahmad, left foot, right foot, doesn't matter. Even he hit one ping to Garnacho that was deemed offside.
Cross build,
As somebody who's a connoisseur of diags, I always have to check how much snow was on the diag. Because when there's bare snow on the diag, I don't like that. Because that means by the time the ball lands on the player,
Everyone shuffled across in the shapers.
Yeah. But that one,
Kings.
that one was a cruise missile. I was like, we got to take him out of the back. And the speeds for the recovery to get back and get that slide tackle. Yeah, because we don't really have athletic defenders in our starting lineup right now.
We've done that a few times, man. That last thing is...
so it'll be good to kind of get him up to speed in the team. Him at right centre back will be really good because that right hand side of Maguire, Ahmad, and Euro has 3 proper footballers there. So we can start to build something there. Do you know what I'm saying? Having just give me Delight, I'm sick of him, bro. Just like any little chocolate, you're on the floor like a slut.
Yeah,
it's despicable, bro. Man, have some decorum.
That's mad.
Some decorum, bro. I've got no standards, bro. Just let everybody beat, cause it's just beating everybody.
Everybody just knocking down.
He's a whore.
Euro, man. Player in the air, 1v1, ball at his feet. You see, like when you got these 1v1s and you can just like Van Dijk used to have it where you can control where that player is gonna go just from where your body's positioned and where your feet are going. He's got that in him. Like I watched a few clips back when he come on against Arsenal, and fair enough, it's only Trossard, but the stuff that he was doing just from his body positioning and stuff, he's it. Like I said to you, look, that's a man that I'll get his shirt. Imagine that centre back. I'm getting his shirt. That's mad. I've never done that. I've never thought that in my life. But yeah, he's one that backs the beef, man. Shout him out.
Well done, Enya. Some success. All right, cool. I'm gonna go up the other end of the pitch, and a player that is not gonna elicit as positive responses. Rasmus Hojlund. Yeah, guys, we're in trouble. We're in fucking
70
trouble.
what? 70 million? 73, 74, 75, 72. 72 million.
Actually, the one
will come and... No, you're generous, bro. They said they will come and compete with Haaland. That's what they said, man. They said we got the Danish Haaland. That's what they said. That's what they told me. But yeah, he's got a left foot, but that's he's blonde. That's probably where the comparison ends, man. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. I know he's young. What is he, 21 now? So, maybe we're putting too much pressure on these young kids to come make it big. But then again, if you think back to yesteryear, and I know this is probably harsh, but we signed an 18-year-old Wayne Rooney, and he was doing it from early. He was winning 3 peats at 21, 22. So are we being too harsh, or have we just accept that we spent a lot of money and we want a return on how much we spent?
I just saw a tweet from Seven and made me laugh. So here's the initial tweet from Freddie Quinn. Hojlund is 21 years old. When Gokares was his age, he was on loan at Swansea, scoring 0 and 11. Lewandowski scored 18 33 for Dortmund. Ibrahimovic scored 13 a season at Ajax. Just because Mbappe and Haaland are freaks doesn't mean everybody else has to be. Most players need time to develop, which I do agree. The problem is his current level is shocking. And here's Seb's response. To send them to Swansea then. What we can hear. Real talk. We don't, bro. If he was like giving us like he's not giving us prospect vibes though. He's giving us this guy is fucking shit. Do you get it? Like he's not giving us snippets. He's not, bro. I'm sorry. It's just not it. He's not giving us what Evan Ferguson was showing and whatnot. I watched Liam Delap on the weekend, mid last week, yeah. Deadlift and bench press Chelsea's back line, 1 man up. Yeah. That's what you call a prospect. Do you get what I'm saying? Sorry, not all young players become good. Some young players do, some players don't.
I agree.
And at Manchester United, and this is where what really offends me, is that we have a rich history of cold young players from Rooney and Ronaldo. Obviously, this is like all-time greats. Martial at 18 from the jump was a madman. Rashford from the jump was a madman. Even Welbeck came in doing a couple of things. Januzaj from the jump was a good player. Mainoo right now from the jump, a good player. He who shall not be named, good player. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, so what we doing here? We have
what it looks like, man.
We're starving, man. Yeah, you're right, Rodney.
No, bro, this is Manchester United. This ain't Manchester University, bro. We ain't here to be just learning, developing, man, for 3 years. Go send you on your career to KPMG, bro. Man are getting paid. You pay 25 million, man. No, we paid 75 million for he's getting paid tens of thousands of pounds a week. I don't want to hear about age. Because at the end of the day, you're a professional. You got hired to do
but
a
the
job.
thing is, like, even if we say, all right, cool, 21, So at 21, does bro meet the development that you expect of a 21-year-old? Does he show you the pieces? We don't often. This pod isn't one where we come on and we just say this player's shit, but he's shit. That's it. He's shit. Like, we don't often say it because we go for a bit more of a deeper analysis than that. But he is shit. I'm telling you, there's nothing there. Thursday night's not gonna trick me. Go and play for a Thursday night team then. But bro is shit. I was watching
it goals in 8 months.
It's mad. It's mad.
And the reason why the goals things matter to me, is because you do nothing outside of trying to score.
So you have to, innit?
Yeah. So if you were doing what Welbeck used to do, hold up touches, links around
link up play's not really there, is it?
Like that, or he's not generating shots for himself. So, like, if you think about Isak, right? Obviously, Isak's a madman talent. But okay, let's just use Man United players. Martial, right? We were on the LVG. We hated LVG. He was so boring. You give the ball to Martial. He's okay, cool. Instantly, I'm facing up at you. I'm going to drive towards goal, make something happen. Rashford, same thing. Mason, okay, I'm getting the ball in the right channel, cut inside, shoot, or go down the right side, shoot. Like, you have to have something in your game to outside of being spoon-fed goals, right? And if you want to be a guy who's spoon-fed goals, your movement has to be absolutely A1, which is not. And when you get chances, you make it happen. And we can't use the excuse, Man United ain't creative enough. Since Amar's been in the team, Amar's had almost 2 chances every single game. If anything, Amar's been mad wasteful, if we're keeping it true. Yeah? He had 2 chances yesterday. When Garnacho plays, Garnacho gets bare chances every time he plays. Bruno gets chances when he plays. So why is it you that don't get chances? Everybody else gets chances apart from you.
Nah, even Xerxes gets chances.
Xerxes gets chances.
Xerxes is actually actively not trying to play up front as well. Xerxes in the midfield, like, yo, Ugarte, 1-2, my boy.
Yeah.
Should you get it? So nah, mate. Xerxes got a chance yesterday.
Yeah. He's not it, man. He's not it. I don't want to see him again. I don't want to see him again.
No, obviously, I don't want to be too, like, obviously it's a bit mean, innit? But at the end of the day, this is professional sports, bro. Like, bro, we're playing with.
You call that mean? I don't think we're.
It's because he's young, innit? And also, like, I actually do care about human beings to some sort of level. Like, I don't just want to, like, just diss a man on a personal thing. Do you get what I'm saying? But
he's not on a personal thing.
He's simply just not good, bro. Yeah. Like, we're playing with 10 men when we have him. Like, every time the ball goes to him, he loses it. And when mate, I'm getting mad. And he has the audacity to, when a man don't pass on the ball one time, to be throwing temper.
Angry.
Bro, when we give you the ball, you turn it over and man have to defend again.
But this is why you diss people as human beings, because he's a nasty human being, bro. You don't you've got no self-awareness to realize you're shit, bro, and you're coming there trying to at Ahmad, who's been carrying us. Nah, bro. It's not, and all of the rumors that's going on around him with social media and stuff. I'm telling you, it's okay to diss him as a human being because he might be a nasty one. He might be a nasty one. He might be a nasty one.
Why does he do the same thing, lads? Sorry, I don't know if we want to move on yet, but my head's hot. Bro, man has been trying to tussle with centre-backs from
that's his thing.
September.
That's what I think he thinks his game's that. I think that
No. Okay, Michael, I hear it, yeah. I could think, that I'm a sick fighter. But after a year of getting my ass whooped, at a certain point, man have to come and realize, you know what? My nose is broken. I've got no more eyes. I've got no teeth, I've been asked to what 15 times. I've been in the hospital in and out. I need to stop this, bro. You're trying to tussle all the time. Bro, you don't, and the thing is, you don't have to tussle, man, to hold the ball up. You can actually, like Xerxes leaves the defenders, finds pockets, receives the ball to feet, then knocks it and spin. Like, you have speed, allegedly.
Isn't that come to coaching? Shouldn't we coach him out of that? Shouldn't we coach that out of him, though? Shouldn't Amarin or whoever's the coach?
No, do you know what, on the coaching thing, I don't think I think it's his default, and I think he's also lazy because he just want to do other hard things. But where I fault Amarin, as I always say, you're either coaching it or you're allowing it to happen. Maybe Amarin ain't got that many players, so it's like, bring in Xerxes, he doesn't do it. Me personally, I'd rather ride with Xerxes, until we get Congo, Rwanda, Mali, or somebody else, because at least I know with Xerxes, I'm getting ball retention. He's going to link up with other players. He's going to hold the ball up. And also, sometimes it's better than never.
Hey, I was gonna
Ugarte
let you.
scored more in the league.
I was just gonna let you say ball retention, but Morayo, I don't know about that one. Ball retention,
but
is shaky with you.
Sometimes is better than never. It's an actual fact, bro. It's shocking. It's shocking. All right, cool. Let's talk a little bit. It's obviously January now, so naturally transfer rumors are gonna be coming fresh off the press. One that's just come through via Ornstein Bomber has come through. Randall Colomwani of PSG linked to Manchester United, Juventus, and I believe was it Chelsea as well? No, Spurs. Sorry. Anyone got any thoughts on Randall Colo?
Spurs.
Yeah.
Interesting.
well, I guess you always have to ask yourself what's happened to him at PSG. Why hasn't it worked out? That's always a question. He's French international, going to the biggest club in France. That you would have thought that would have been made for him. So I can't say I don't watch much of Ligue 1, so I can't really say that I've seen a lot of him. I've seen him in the French national team play alongside Mbappe. Obviously, he had a good cameo in the World Cup final, but I'm always skeptical about PSG players that don't work out. That's almost basically what happened with Ugarte, you know. And I know he had a good game yesterday, but why is it that these European giants, these players aren't working out there, but somehow they'll find their form at Man United? It's almost basically what happened with De Ligt as well. You know, he's gone to a few different European teams. It's not worked out. He's 26, which, you know, should be a striker's prime, but what's he scored? 2 league goals in Ligue 1?
How many has Hojlund scored?
Hey, let's not go like for like. We have to at least improve on what we got.
No. Moani will be improving on Hojlund. Now, I'm not saying he's a world beater, but Hojlund is actually Hojlund is generally unplayable. So that's the reason
unless
why
we get a cut deal for him. If you're telling me
loan thing to
end of the year.
And show what's mad, because we were actually looking at him and Hojlund at the same time. So it's like we've now kind of spun the block on what we're looking at before. Like his numbers have not been good whatsoever for PSG, like been pretty pathetic, but he is a better footballer than Hojlund, which isn't particularly hard to be honest, because everybody's better footballer than Hojlund. But like it's going to be very difficult to find. It's very difficult to find solutions in January unless there's like a player that's got a release clause and you could just kind of violate in that regards. It's very you don't really see people move in January unless it's like big P's. Like Liverpool got Van Dijk in January. I think they had to pay 75 million. Chelsea paid Enzo's release clause, and that's because they knew in the summer it was going to be a dogfight for Enzo, innit? So, and really, how many strikers are there really available?
Yeah, not a lot. No,
not many.
And if it's a loan,
What's
his game though?
You can't proceed with Hojlund and Xerxes.
What's his game though? What's his game? Because I've not watched him.
Before the PSG move, he's tall, he's technical, he can carry the ball, he can link up play. He's not super prolific, maybe like 1 in 3, 1 in 2, but he's one of them strikers that can go into wide areas, work the channel, beat players, create, link up. Just one of those good like all-rounders who's not like mad prolific. So the kind of striker that would be useful in most teams, basically. Like think of like a Nicholas Jackson type, but maybe it was a bit more polished his last season in Germany than what we've kind of seen. You know, when they say like Jackson's raw, when you watch Colomwani's last season in Germany, you wouldn't say he was raw. Good footwork, carry the ball, link up play, score some goals as well. But yeah, he's seemingly gone to PSG and don't know what's happened there, but it's just not worked well for him. But people who've watched him at international level say he still looked good for France. And I still believe, man. I still believe with the right manager, right environment, he can be a useful player.
So loan's a no-brainer?
I think so.
He's done well for the national team, though. In 2024, he scored 6 goals in 14 games for the national team.
That's what it was. I guess that's what they were referring to. I haven't watched, but apparently...
Yeah, and 1 and 2 for internationals is actually pretty good. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Next one. Anthony being linked to Olympiacos.
Guys,
we have to take cut our losses with that one, man.
It's a loan. It's a loan.
My thing is,
with obligation to buy.
No,
you see what I'm saying? Loans at the minute do not make sense for this regime. So I think we can pretty much just write them off. They're not going to be sending. So where does Anthony fit in our team? The wing back positions. We're not blessed in the wing back positions, and we don't have money to replace him as of yet. So if he's going to leave, it has to be on a permanent or with an obligation, so that we can then look to build without him. We can't send him on loan and pay majority of his wages, because obviously wherever he's going, they're not going to pay more than a 25-30% split. It just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for United. And I was saying to Morayo, and I tweeted it. Everybody's trying to be smart and savvy on our head tops, but it doesn't make sense for us. How does any of these players in our positions where we're short going on loan makes? Yeah, we put them in the shop window, but okay, if summer comes and no one signs him, we're still stuck with him. Either you pay for him now, or you take an obligation, because these are positions we're light in. So for me, I don't see how letting Anthony go, or even letting Rashford go. Even though I'm a little bit less thing about Rashford, but there's a few players letting them go on loan. Xerxes letting them go on. It doesn't make sense. We're not blessed with options. So letting players go on loan.
But what happens?
We're not good. We're not good with that.
If the manager doesn't have faith in the player, i.e., he doesn't really want to use the player, they're just taking up space.
Okay, yeah. But the thing is, if you don't have faith in Anthony, that's cool. But if we get an injury to Mazraoui, what then? Where do we go? We're fucked.
We'll get you in, man.
Yeah, that's like we get me or Elijah in, like, or Disu, like, where do we go from it? The problem with us at the minute is that we just don't have enough in our team to say, yeah, and he rotates a lot. Although he's not trusting Anthony at the minute, he does rotate his team a lot. So I don't know how. I would like to say, yeah, letting these players go on loan, putting them in a shop window, but then we're gonna have a case of one injury and we're fucked.
Fair enough.
We need to be better managed with stuff like that. Obviously, I know it a few years ago, but when we let Lingard go on loan to West Ham, had a great season. He comes back, you put him in the shop window, his price goes up, and then you don't manage that situation after. You just put him back on the bench.
We wanted to sell him, but Ollie wanted to keep him, right?
Yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, I could literally what happened.
That situation wasn't managed well at all, man.
Lingard's career as well, because he ended up going to Japan or wherever he is now.
He's having fun in Japan.
Career.
I guess so, man.
Is it Korea or Japan?
One of them.
But yeah, anyway, yeah,
Far East.
Yeah, in the Far East. Yeah, Far East. So I don't think if you're gonna put someone in the shop window, make sure you have a plan for them, because there's no point boosting the price to just watch it dissipate, and he goes for free in the end. Yeah,
for me, I see the angle, like their value is cooked here. Let them go on loan to a place, and then they can be like, oh, it's Manchester United's fault. In the right environment, this guy can cook. That should be our whole bag with Rashford. Get him out. Get him to
I'm more inclined to say, if you put that man in the shop window from January to May, we might get a buyer. If he goes to AC Milan,
so if he was a better man, or if I had to ask you on us, 70% we take him on loan and we get a £60 million bid for him as a result. What percentage would you lean towards that like the loan would be productive enough to put a 60 million price tag on his head? Rashford, that is.
So he goes on loan,
and now it's risen his value again to the point someone says,
how many games has he played on loan?
60 million for Rashford. I'll do that.
Yeah, bro, I'm taking 20 million for Rashford.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying right now 20 is about what you'll get. What I'm saying is that when you send these guys, when you send them on loan, what you want to happen is for him to do well, right?
Yeah.
People will be like, okay, it wasn't really him, it's Manchester United. Actually, he's worth X, Y, Z. Yeah. I'm saying that, let's say he went on loan to AC Milan. If I was saying, how confident would you be that he would do well? Like, how confident?
How confident
is the problem?
I'm super confident. I'm super confident. McTominay's out there making waves, bro.
Wait. McTominay's a professional, yeah? The man don't even have an earring, let alone grills. Yeah? let me see. What's the geography like in Milan? Is there bars? What's there to do?
It's a lovely
Milan.
But what's the nightlife like? What's the nightlife like?
It's a city fashion.
It's fashion destination. Yeah, Milan Fashion Week.
So it's a bit like London.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say that.
I would say I'd give him a 35% chance that if it's in a remote desolate island, I would say probably 70% chance. But because they're just, I don't know if there's whatever up there. Yeah, boom. I'm gonna say 35%.
This you were saying you're very confident, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that Serie A specific though?
Highly serious. Highly, bro.
Get that man to Serie A, man.
Yeah. Bro, 1 year, 6 on Serie A, £130 million business comes rolling in.
Rolling in
Bring
there,
baby.
bro.
Bring them in, baby.
That's so funny.
What are they selling Liao or something?
Nah, I don't think they want to, but more quality. They sacked their manager a couple of weeks ago, and it hasn't worked.
Wait, isn't Zlatan the sporting director?
Yeah, he said he's just Zlatan.
Bro, that man. How old is he? Fucking
Yeah,
hell,
man,
man. You need to grow up, man. You got a job. You got a job. That job has a title. Yeah, you know what your job pays you now.
Pay me to be
He's a
Zlatan or
big
something
man now,
like
man.
that.
I just
They
Zlatan.
pay you to be Zlatan. This guy's a dickhead, man. He's like, grow up, man.
He's actually
This guy's a fool, man.
So yeah, I think they just want more quality, and I think with Rashford, his reputation on the continent is obviously a lot better than it is here, right? They're not in like the day-to-day of it. They weren't here for the feeding the kids scandal. Like, why is he feeding kids? Like, get goals, bro. And then they haven't seen all the other stuff that's happened subsequently. So for me, if there's one player that's worth it, like we can't sell him for like 20 mil. That is not gonna do it, bro. He's like one of our last few paydays. He has to go for big money. I'd rather keep him. I'd rather keep him than sell him cheap.
What you think you get more from keeping him?
No, I'm saying if the option is selling.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry, I'm with you. Yeah.
I'm keeping him.
Okay.
I'm keeping him personally.
You know what's funny? Yeah, like yesterday, I think someone in the chat said we cook with Rashford, and nobody said anything. I love that. You know why I love that? Because they're just whatever.
Was it Disu?
Yeah.
I believe in it, bruv.
I remember I saw that. I was like, don't ruin my evening, man.
Yeah.
I've had a good evening,
everybody, you know, like, this is the man that says, you know, like everyone's having fun, but we can't forget my man. So he just dropped his there, and no one said anything. I said, yeah, everyone, yeah, fucking don't play.
Don't ruin my evening,
yeah,
bro.
don't ruin my
evening. Rashford.
Oh, I'm not gonna lie, yeah. Mike Rashford starts as soft in the lot, you know.
Why? It's because you're going at it with Seb, that's why.
No, it's not because of Seb, yeah. To me, Seb made me actually want to cook Rashford more because Seb just irritates me, yeah. But every time I watch Hojlund, I become more and more desperate.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at you. Bro. And then you got them Garnacho, even though he was okay yesterday.
Yeah, he was okay.
Guys you've got just aren't good enough, man. They're not good enough.
Garnacho shit, lad. I'm sorry.
They're not good enough.
You know what I'm saying? With Garnacho, he had a chance when he was 49 to really carve out a nice, decent career as a super sub. And the bro thought he's something he's not. He's put on a shirt number. And now it's looking scary because I don't think Atletico Madrid are giving us no 60 million for that, man.
Yeah.
That's rumor. Is that all profit though? Is he all profit?
Yeah, it's all pro.
All pro.
Okay, yeah. So we need to get him gone as well, man.
Yeah. First team all pro, bro.
Yeah, we need to get him gone.
I was gonna ask you guys. That was it. Amarin post games. Like I said last week with Elijah, this man is painting tapestries with the post game. He's painting tapestries, bro. He said, I ain't happy. He said, actually, I'm more pissed now. I think it goes to the point I was making that, the players are not good, but the discipline hasn't been there. The organization hasn't been there. The concentration hasn't been there. You see what we served up against Newcastle, then you see this, and it's the same group of players, and you're like, huh? So you do have it in you. So you're choosing to play the other way. That's scary. He's like, because they're like, oh, you had more time on the training pitch. He's like, no, I don't even want to say.
Yeah, he said, don't say training. It's not a training thing.
He said it's something else. And I think it's what it was in that pride, Rodney, that we talk about. Like, it's a man, like, you're not going to come here. And like, to your point as well, Disu, like, I'm not just going to continue to allow myself to be beat up. So whatever he's singing, I'm buying it, man.
You know what it is, yeah?
Locked in.
Before I spoke about it yesterday. I watch other players in other teams. Yeah, people like Virgil van Dijk, Saliba, Gabriel. If you piss them off even once, they're looking to take your head off.
Yeah, you're not
for
having a
the
good
rest
game.
of the
Yeah,
game.
you're not
They
having a good
play with an arrogance, confidence, pride, and ego every single game. So you are not coming there and cooking them. I watched one game, and I think one of the someone did something to Saliba.
For the rest of the game, it was peak. Yeah.
The rest of the game, bro. Bro took it personally. The
What
rest of
game
the
was
game.
that? What game was that? He was onto the brother.
Onto him.
Game, yeah.
And I've seen Van Dijk do it. Oh, man. Am I here?
Yeah, you are.
Yes, I've seen Van Dijk do it, and I've seen a lot of the top players. They play with that arrogance that you're not coming here to do anything to me. And these players, they're too comfortable with being disrespected. They're too comfortable with being
let me give you
dominated.
an example of this, yeah, and this rattled me, bro. Like, I didn't even when I play football, I'm not even like the slide tackle type guy because, bro, man's got what the next day. I'm not trying to get injured, yeah. But even me, like, this generally irritated me. So it was against Ipswich, yeah, and I think Delap fouled somebody, like, proper did a dirty tackle, like a proper nasty tackle, and then I think Casemiro came across like, "What are you doing?" And then he just started to violate. And man was just like, "Oh, stop." I was like, "This guy's a kid."
Yeah,
This guy's a kid. I said, the next 50-50, somebody's got to lay him out. And there was an opportunity, and nobody did anything. I said, these men are bitch made.
They're
these men are
too comfortable with being...
This is like sports principles. Like,
yeah.
If you're playing football on a Saturday, Rodney, yeah, and somebody like did something proper wild to you, one of your players, you're like, you know what? Cool. Say less. When it's your turn, we're gonna leave something on you. That's the type of energy. And this is just, and I think this is what kind of Amrin's talk about. It's like kind of like the basics, the fight, and that's what we saw against Liverpool, where man were really like
they took it personal, bro.
Yeah, they took it to tussle. When other games, man, are just on some joke thing. Like it's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. You got
like, see, like if you're gonna lose that battle, the only team that I can see you losing that battle, and I'm like, cool, is Newcastle, because their man there is just, their man there is cool. It's cool, bro. We got another game to go, but. All of the other games where they're going into games like versus Wolves and stuff, and you're just playing with this temperament, you're just happy, like coasting, happy to be here. Bro, come on, man. Everybody has to play with a certain level of pride. You can't be getting dominated week in, week out, and you're cool with it. And going forward, it needs to be the same against... They've got a great chance to do it in another big game against Arsenal, and then we've got Southampton. So we need to see that in the next two games. Otherwise, it's just one of them. Oh, okay, they've turned up for a derby type of thing, and they're going to revert back to type. And then I think that's what our manager's touching on. That that's the problem we have. Are they going to continue to do it? Because you can't turn. It's a thing where you're choosing to turn the tap on and off then, because it's not a quality issue. It's not a training issue. It's like what Martinez was saying, like what Bruno was saying, it's all mentally. So what's been going on with you lot then? I don't get it, man. Because even me, when I'm playing football, I'm not the greatest. So sometimes when I'm getting dominated, I'm taking it upon myself to
I got to smash into him just to make.
I might just smash into him. I might just smash into him. I got to leave a little foot. These men are not on none of that. There's no dark arts.
Yeah,
there's nothing. You know, like Arteta may take the dark arts too far. We don't have anything of it.
I'll tell you how I know that we're just so soft. Yeah, our player with the most dark, is Ahmad, and he's like literally a child. Like child age, child body, like he even speaks like a child, and he's got the most dog in our team. That's not on. That's not on. That's why Ugarte is useful, because he's got that dog in him. Do you know what I'm saying? So it needs to be a mentality across the whole team.
Yeah,
agreed. All right, guys. Are you like you just mentioned, Rodney? We've got another big game on the weekend, Arsenal in the FA Cup. Do you guys need to see a bit more before you're fully like, this is who we are? Or
100%. 100%. And Emirates is even though I think we're going to lose, it's a great place to show that same level of performance, because it's against similar opposition at a similar type of hostile ground at this minute for us. Like, it's mad I'm saying Emirates is quite a hostile ground, but they've built it up to where it is that. So it's a perfect game for them to show it again. They've got a whole week now to have their training sessions, recovery sessions.
Yeah.
Rashford has a whole week to get over his cold, and we see where we're at. But it's a great.
You think you're gonna see him on Sunday?
It's in London, so maybe he chooses to.
Maybe he's already there.
Yeah,
Maybe.
he's already there. Like he might be fit for Sunday. We could. It's like this. He says just because we're watching such shit players, and it always happens. You see, when a player underperforms, there's nothing like them being out of the team and shit players not performing, or it does wonders for their stocks, and that's what's happening for him at the minute, because he'll come in and he'll do shit, and we'll be like, oh, actually, I remember this Rashford. But yeah, we could use all the help we can get at the Emirates, but it's a big game. And it's a perfect game for us to show more of what we showed against Liverpool. And then I want to see it against smaller opposition where it's harder to raise your level because you're not playing Liverpool and Arsenal. Do you know what I mean? So 2 or 3 games, I need to see this.
Fair. I don't disagree. Cool. Let's go on to our awards. I'll let Disu start because he's more versed in them, Rodney, and I know you don't listen to pods. So I'll start with the Get Big Sam in as defensive coach if he ain't managing award. Disu, that's for the manager you want to shout out for positive or negative performance this week.
I'm going to shout out Arteta for negative performances. Man brought like 4 centre-backs and 3 DMs to play a game, bro. Get this bum the fuck out of here. We don't want to see that crap. We want to see that crap. That's disgusting. Yeah. I'm happy to win.
Rodney, Get Big Sam in as defensive coach if he ain't managing award. So it's what manager are you shouting
this
out?
This is a boring one, but I'm going our manager, man. I'm going our manager. It was a big week for bro. His pre-match interviews, cold. Post-match interviews, cold. The way he set up, the adjustments he made, cold. The fact that we managed to leave with a draw and everybody thought it was going to be a 4-5-0, cold. So I'm going to have to say it has to be him. And it's sad that I'm having to big up a draw, but where we were and the performance we saw against Newcastle and then what we saw against Liverpool, the tactical adjustments he made on the left-hand side and making us more compact. We've got a real coach on our hands, boys.
Nice. Next one is it's not double denim. It's the moment that had you the most rattled this week. Disu, I'm going to start with you. What moment had you the most rattled?
Oh, Newcastle's on Monday, innit?
Yeah.
Pick and choose, bro. Pick and flip and choose, bro. Pick and choose, fam. I was just kettled for the whole game, bro. I was thinking this was so much easier when I didn't give a shit about the result.
Yeah. You know, like you can just laugh when you come in the chat. But
You shall be happy. You shall be happy.
One game closer.
Yeah.
But like that, it don't work.
What happened to your boy? What happened to your boy? Nah, it wasn't his fault. What do you want him to do? That's shit. What do you want him to do?
Come on, look at the players. Like we're not coming over. Bro, hey, bear copia for the next 2 days. Bear copia, bro.
Oh, man.
That's the problem with being locked in, is that you've got to fucking come on these fucking pods.
Yeah.
Come rain, hook or shine, whatever it is, and you got to try and positive spin shit.
Nah, we don't do. Well, it's MUGA. We don't do that. If it's shit, it's shit. So last Monday we called out. We saw it, man. It was shit. I mean, it was only me and Elijah, to be fair.
Yes, because nobody wants to come and spin shit. Yeah, nobody wants to come and spin shit. Wait, does the rattled moment have to be one of ours?
Nah.
Oh, cool.
Okay, what's yours? It's not double denim. What moment had you rattled?
Ethan Nwari?
Manieri.
His goal. It's annoying me, man. I'm so glad, bro is injured, because the road is long and there's loads of obstacles, young hitter. Yeah? Don't think you're going to come and take the league by storm. Little 17-year-old running up safe. They got £100 million. No. When he scored that goal, I said, oh, fuck Ronaldo. I was so angry. Because, you know, I've been there. The elation it feels like when somebody from your academy is doing that bits.
Yeah.
Every time he comes in, it's been annoying me, and I've not really said anything on the timeline because I don't want to look like the biggest hater ever. I say it over here, and whether they listen, they listen. Bro, that moment there where he scored, and it was a cold finish, it annoyed me. And then when he limped off, and then Arteta said he's out for a few weeks. Yeah. I felt happy. Sorry, bro. It's a long road. You're not just gonna come and do that, yeah. Because they got another player in the cut in Skelly as well. Nah, they're getting greedy. They're getting greedy. How greedy. Slow down. Take it easy. Hold that.
Yeah, it's peak, and obviously the new line is 100 million pound player, 100 million pound player.
It drives me mad, bro.
I hate them so much.
Over your head.
I hate
Don't
so
get me. I will smash that guitar.
And it's not. We got 200 million pound players. This is what you live. This is what you live for. And they're not lying. You see, when it's an academy player, yeah, fuck off, man. I hate it, man. And you know, and it's they don't say like how we're talking. It's all eloquently written, like fucking.
Yeah.
It's annoying, man.
This is
now our third module is elevated.
Yeah.
Hey, when Saka got injured,
bro,
this is not a normal talent. This is not a normal talent. Shut the hell up, man.
I fucking hate it. That moment rattled me on, but I didn't tweet not even a word about it. I just carried on about my day.
One of my favorite things to do is when they get dodgy decisions, be on Twitter acting like it was calm.
Hey, you know what I've done? I've convinced myself that penalty was calm. Like I was arguing with, who was I arguing with now? Yems. Oh, Yems, what are you talking about? It's not a question. He's showing me bare clips where it's happening. I'm like, you might be right. Nah, you're wrong, bro.
My favorite is when Antia is doing the propaganda. Oh, I guess United for that's a penalty. I'm like, yep,
yeah.
It was penalty.
Ant's been killing me all weekend.
You ain't going to outro me.
Yeah.
I'm not allowing it, fam.
That's so funny. Next one is the no agenda of the week. Disu, what agenda are you bringing into this week?
My Odegaard agenda has been paying dividends. God damn! Like now, the Arsenal fan base.
You didn't imagine it was going to pay off like this.
It's a crazy payout.
Hey, listen. You know my history of my agendas. They be hitting, and when they hit. It's like a flipping meteor hits New York City, bro. Yeah, and I didn't do what I knew it will pay dividends, but not this quick. Like how greedy? Like now, somebody even added me, about Odegaard. I was like, at this point, it's too easy. I might even look for more complicated ventures. Now, big man take. Obviously, I'm still doing the Odegaard one. It's because muscle memory, like. But now I'm targeting Salah now. Like Odegaard, I've proved my point. That's it. Now it's Salah because that Henry and Neymar talk, I didn't like that. That's why yesterday meant so much to me. Do you get it?
That was my
needed them in the mud, fam.
That was my one. I'm going. Pause. I'm going ham with this Salah thing because the chat I've seen. They're taking the. I saw people saying right now he's playing at the level of Lionel Messi.
They tried it a few years ago. Moose tried it a few years ago.
Mad. And then I've seen Henry, Neymar. I'm saying, no, we're not watching the same player then. We're not watching the same player. We're not, because honestly, and then yesterday he dropped a Hall of Shame performance. Yeah, I'm ready for him because I'm now gonna watch his games because I don't, like when you don't look into the games or you just see highlights and you see the players scored. It like if you don't watch the games, it can build up, and before you know it, he's having a mad season and he's getting compared to Neymar. If you
actually to go back and look at like his performances, the amount of truly stellar performances is not be there. High, but obviously Salah is the king of getting a goal or an assist or leaving with something. And they're turning that into, because of how much GA he's getting, they're turning that into disingenuous discourse.
Yeah, they're trying to distribute it across his whole game.
He's still improving. No, he's not.
He's not. It's watching him. I suspect that maybe not as bad. A lot of the games that he's getting his GNA in aren't too dissimilar from yesterday, because the way bro was celebrating when he scored that penalty and he was shit before and after that, you're taking the mick,
He
bro.
did 7 celebrations. Nah, bro.
Yeah. Like I don't know if that's for the man them upstairs at Liverpool.
And see what Neto do, that makes sense because Neto scores once every year. Salah, you score like 3 a week. Man did bare celebrations, and the fact that we equalized.
It meant more.
Leave him no man in the match. Nah, mate.
That's my agenda. I'm ready.
Nah, mate.
I'm ready for him because I don't like. And the only reason it's there because I rate him as a player. And there was a few years ago when Hazard was in the league. I was doing the Hazard versus Salah. I was on the side of Hazard because I like my eyes to be blessed. But they're going too far now, so I'll be locked in on Salah, and we'll see.
I respect you, man's team, and let's finish up with the ESR. I know I have talent. Underrated Player of the Week award. Disu, who you going with?
Ooh, underrated Player of the Week award. This is a good one. I'm trying to think of the games I watched again. João Pedro. Like, he's a really good footballer. Touch good. Good dribbler. Not just like tight space like a dribble, but he could carry and go beyond people. Powerful. Scores goals. Like, he's a really good player. And I'll just want to see him take the step up. Like, he's a player I'll take in a heartbeat for Man United in the left hand. Like, him, Cunha, Eze. Like, there's so many players I'll take in. I think there's quite a lot of options in that position that will be a significant upgrade for what we have. But yeah, I think watching against Arsenal, I thought he was the best player to pitch. Him and Baleba as well. Baleba's cold, but he's
that was my player of the week.
Yeah. But do you know what I mean? He's quite popular right now. But yeah, he's a proper player. João Pedro.
What about you, Ronnie? Baleba?
Yeah, I ain't got one. I only caught 2.5 games this weekend. So, and from those games, that there's no players that performed to a level that I thought people didn't expect, but they've got that talent. So,
can I give another one?
Go on.
Even though I've been dunking on him quite a lot because you know what I mean, and when I have an agenda and I win, it's easy work. But his performance that genuinely impressed me, McAllister, like in the high tempo, boom, back, boss games. Like his technical play was good. One time, 50-50, knocks it around a player. Good pass. In the middle, Diallo took the dumbest shot of all time when a player is right in front of him. Ricocheted, Mainoo tries to close him down, pops it through Mainoo's legs. Little slide pass into Gakpo for the goal. Even his off-ball run to almost get the goal. Like his technical play. And when I see, when the game is super fast and against a good team, everybody's pressing, that's what, in my opinion, that's when you see who is really technically good. Because like Spurs, that's what barely Spurs man of Fugazi. Because when I watched Liverpool game, Liverpool pressed them. When I was looking at all Sarr and them, man, I was like, oh, you lot really can't really ball. Like when it's time and space, you can do your little turns, but when it's pressure, you can't. McAllister, he can play for real. So,
Nice one. So that's 2. All right, let's finish up with some listeners' questions. Quite a few this week, obviously. First one from C Business Only, first of 3. Did yesterday show you that Amarim's system can work with better quality players in certain areas of the pitch?
It wasn't yesterday. I think from the first game he had, it's quite in any system, in any manager, better quality players improves that system. That you need. Pep shows that you need the best players to get the best out of your system. But I think from the first game, it was clear for all to see, for the fact and probably 3 or 4 games into his tenure, that if you're playing Ahmad right wing back, because you don't have anyone to play wing back, and he's doing well there, and it makes a difference, huge difference to the way we play compared to when we play 2 defenders there, then yesterday showed that having players like Diallo constantly week in, week out perform like that makes a difference. So yeah, there's a few areas like wing back, striker that we can improve, and yesterday didn't really show striker, but definitely wing back.
Well, second one is, if Bruno plays like he did yesterday, does that mean we can allow him 3 hoofballs per game?
If he plays like yesterday, I can let that slide. Because better players do more than 3 hoofballs in the game, like Trent and KDB. So yeah, if he plays like that, bro, you could do whatever he wants, Sam. I don't give a heck. Because that brother was styling. There was one time when he was on the left touchline and somebody played a dead pass behind him and he backheeled it.
Yeah. I saw that was. But there was that period from the goal. The MUGA chat was crazy. People were just dropping banger after banger. gifts,
Yeah, yeah.
memes. Like I was like, oh, what a back heel flick? Don't worry about it, man.
Yeah.
We'll put that in the cup, man. And then final one, be business only. Of all the managers post Sir Alex Ferguson, what one thing would you take from each of them to create the ultimate manager?
Moyes, the accent for the press conferences.
Yeah.
I think his talent ID is not bad, Moyes.
Yeah, to be fair, his talent ID was pretty decent. I'm not gonna lie.
You didn't want Tony Cruz though.
Yeah, but he wanted Thiago, Cesc, and a couple others.
Okay.
Who was next? LVG, tactics, because tactically, and the young players. No, young player. Let's say young player actually.
Yeah.
Like, he's trusting in you.
Yeah.
Like, he started bare shit players.
Yeah, but
Hella man got man.
Hella young shit players.
But we got to find out who can play and who can't.
Yeah. 100%.
And it's better trying young players and playing dead players out of position.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Jose.
Personality, man. Definitely.
Yeah, just aura. #aura. I don't like using that word. I feel like it's bare, you know what I mean? But yeah, the swagger like he has. Who do you have after Jose?
Oli.
Nothing.
Love of Manchester United.
No, nothing. I don't want nothing.
Love of Manchester United.
I don't want nothing to do with Oli.
I don't want nothing.
Nothing.
Ten Hag.
Let's go. Oli, just say A at the end of everything.
Hey, yeah.
Flashy,
eh? Yeah. Eric Ten Hag.
Not a damn thing, man.
Eric Ten Hag, the hush puppy antics, because he knew how to commit bare fraud, because he was putting all his ways involved in positions to make peace. So that's the only thing I take from him, because he leaves with the
family,
bag. Yeah, feed. That's the word. Feed families.
And Amarim.
Actually, I'll go under.
What Ragnick for me. The press conferences.
Yeah,
but I will tell you every fucking thing.
Like he's not.
You need to do to fix your club.
Hey, you and Elijah killed me. Fix it, my guy.
He's giving us a PhD. You say that I'll tell them the Harvard style rebuild. The wildest tweet ever, by the way. You do Harvard level press conference where he'll tell you everything about the philosophy of football, why your team's not good, the players you need to get to then proceed to pull out a stinker. And you lot used to kill me, and you was in on this as well, Rodney. Oh, he coached a 4-0. You had 4
man.
This
is what I'm saying, yeah.
You had 4 fucking chances.
Yeah, that's 4-0, brother. Yeah, if you're 100% clinical, that's 4-0, isn't it? That's 4-0. But yeah, ETH, I like his handling of player situations. I think the Sancho one, the Ronaldo one. I think he handled them.
He did handle them.
So yeah, I think he came out on top on quite a few of the player situations
as well.
Yeah. I think he. If I had to take anything, probably is player management.
Fair. Well, nice one. Next question. Next one is from Shally Popper. Are there any realistic Jan targets out there? For example, Carney, Chukwuemeka on loan.
What was that, sorry?
Are there any realistic Jan targets out there? For example, Carney, Chukwuemeka on loan.
Oh, Carney all day. He's a baller.
Is there any other ones that come to mind? Jan signings.
I'll take João. I think we could get João Felix, and I'll take him.
Oh, yeah. No way.
You don't think he's cooking the left hand, Ronnie, no?
He's another one I just don't like as a man. I just look at him and I just think, you as a man, disgrace.
I think he do his thing in the left hand, you know.
No, do you know what? I've been laughing at that Chelsea guy for so long. Oh, bro, the way he defends that guy, yeah, you won't even catch me defending my son like that.
The stocks Alexis has in João Felix
crazy.
I can't think of a comparable fan to player stock relationship.
None.
They signed it. They brought him in on loan. It didn't work for the 2 years since. Every time they play again, it's why we should have kept João Felix.
They lost 6-5. Yeah. All because of defensive errors. But if we had Felix, like,
Bro was all in on that guy. I can't have him come to the club and then I've got to start joining him.
Alexis, because he'll message you like take care of him.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
yeah. Take care of him, guys. Yeah.
The first chance created. See, that's why we should have kept him. Now you
Yeah.
might get the benefit.
I can't be in the same atmosphere as that and like, nah, man.
Yeah, you're both rooting for the same brother.
Yeah, no, can't happen.
Shout out Alexis because I know he listens to the book every week.
Yeah, shout him out, man. Great
Next
guy.
one, Ko Sanusi. Do we relaunch the Trent Widea agenda after Diallo of all people had him up?
I'm cool on Trent now because he's going. So
Yeah, I don't give a shit, bro.
yeah, I'm easy.
Once did that Madrid kit, now we can really talk about how
But
good
the
he
thing
is.
is,
Hey, you're gonna be, bro.
Liverpool fans are doing the work for us now. They're cooking.
Yeah,
it.
it's true.
So
They
we
are
just sit back and watch now.
crashing out.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
bro, I funny thing is they've been crashed out all week. So that performance, I used to search his names. I know they are going absolutely.
They're going mad.
Bro,
And
if
you know,
I mentions, yeah, I think Roddy, you're laughing at them. They were dissing me hard because I was defending Trent. They were like, oh, shit podcast. Oh, London, you Mike, what do you know? Oh, yeah, go to Morley's.
Yeah.
Morley's music, volume 3. Oh, fuck. Morley's conversation. I said Morley's conversations.
Morley conference.
Oh, my God.
Well,
That's
the
a
man
urge to be racist.
the amount of racism in that fucking tweet, yeah, it's so bad that it fueled me. It's only because it was you. I was like, yeah, come on, lads, keep going.
Yeah, he can take more. He can take
He
more.
can take more. He's good, man. He's good.
That's already put in the chat. I was like, I know this guy is dying of laughter.
I read every single one.
There used to be somebody who'd message Elijah, you absolute cretin. Anything Elijah would say, he'd just message him, cussing him out. It was so, you absolute weapon.
Bro, if you check his timeline, every other tweet is Elijah. And it's all spaced out. So bro only has Twitter to diss Elijah.
That's
Hey, there's one time, yeah, 2-3 years ago, Roddy got cooked. Oh my God, it made me laugh. So I was so happy that Roddy finally got cooked, bro. I was retweeting everything.
What happened? Can you remember it, Rodney?
I can't remember what it was
I
about.
don't remember it. I don't remember. It's been years. I stay in my box.
Yeah, I needed to catch Roddy lacking again, man.
Nah.
I'll never respond to Rodney on the timeline. If you tweet something I don't like, I'll message him. If you're fucking lucky, I didn't fucking you know? If you tweet anything like that again, I'm off.
Hey, Disu, I might tweet. Yeah, that was cinema. That was television. He's fucking in what that's talking about. Shut up, man. This is not. Yeah.
Hey, Rodney's got the best Twitter because he has the Arsenal fans on strings, bro. Every week they put his chat messages like, what's this guy talking about? And I was like, yes, Rodney.
It fucking means more. It means more.
It's Rodney and Rico Squeeze, yeah.
They hate us, man.
Rico,
so funny, bro. They are so good. Oh, mate.
They hate us, bro. I don't believe half the shit I'm tweeting until they reply to me, and I'm like, shit, I gotta believe it now.
The rules of the game is that no matter what the person says, don't get rattled.
Yeah, 100.
They've won.
Yeah, 100.
Won, bro.
And you can't rattle me, so I'm going and I'm going.
Telling you,
shit. Okay.
They can't allow us to ever be good.
Yeah.
Make United great again.
We are good. We are going to, bro. They're going to kill us.
Yeah, 100. Bare location.
We're running them up from 13th, you know. We're 13th and we're calling
That's why they hate us the most, because we're so shit and yet we're just up there trolling like really mad.
Yeah,
good, man.
It's infuriating. Next one is from Arnold, 2 N's, 2 D's. Do you think we kick on from here? The club felt united for the first time ever since the Carabao Cup final.
I think we kind of answered that already, though.
Yeah.
Tash 27 on the score. If we get a left wing back and a forward in Jan, do you think we can scam Europa W, or do we stink too bad for that?
No, I think that changes us significantly.
For sure.
Depending on the forward and the left wing back we sign, I think that changes us quite drastically.
Agreed. Next one, Cheer was here. First shout out, Cheer was here. originator of the Lebro Grillionaires.
Oh, what a name!
What a name! Lurksy, I was running with you, man. Is being an agent of chaos for teams in the title race the best role for the Grillionaires this season? I think because of the lack of quality, and we've seen up at the front end of the pitch, and we've seen it in subsequent years, when we play the bigger team, there's more space, and it means that we don't have to be like trying to break teams down, so there's opportunities to get in behind. We've seen Rashford have a really productive career in the big games due to this, so I think I want us to be there, but every time we beat a big team, we're giving Liverpool the title, so yeah. I don't know, man, but we just need to leave the season with some sort of modicum of respect, man. And then we buy some players.
No, I need that Europa because we need that Champions League money, bro.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
I don't think there's anyone live left in the Europa, to be honest with you. I mean, I say
That's
left.
Spurs, isn't it?
Anyone? Yeah, and how do you feel about them?
Napoli are there actually. Napoli, Lazio. Is it Lazio? It might be Lazio.
I want to check now. Hold on. Europa League. Let's see the table. So
yeah, Lazio top, Bilbao, Anderlecht, Lyon, Eintracht Frankfurt, Galatasaray, Spurs, like Basel, Ajax.
No, we have to win this. This is a joke thing. This is a joke thing.
You don't rate on them teams, though?
No, this is a joke thing, bro. This is an absolute joke thing, man. We've got to win this, bro.
Where are we?
We're seventh,
man. We got to win this, bro. This is a joke thing, cuz.
We're unbeaten, innit?
Yeah. 3 wins, 3 draws.
We drawed bad games, and now we started to win our last few.
Yeah. Cool. All right, let's see, man. We should be getting to the latter stages for sure, man. And second one, also big up the Ugarte and Mainoo 2-man step. I was swerving and bending the corner with you, bros.
Shout out D'Angelo Ball.
D'Angelo. Next one. Midday don't care. Shout out Midday. What do you think about our striker situation? Yeah, we've discussed that. Not good. Next one, OJ_216. Did Hojlund's previous coaches just tell him to run and kick when he gets on the pitch? Because what the fuck is wrong with him? Once Amorim gets a few of his own players in the summer and we have a clear out of the squad, what are your expectations for next season? That's a lot of things to happen, brother.
Yeah, we need to see what the clear out looks like. It depends who goes.
If it's a good one, then top 4. That's always got to be the goal, man. We can't just be accepting losership, bro.
Agreed. J Gums 91. Can yesterday's performance be trusted as a measure going forward? And if so, what are our realistic expectations for leagues and cups? Like we said earlier, we need to see more. Same way Amorim needs to see more. These players have shown us they can find new ways to embarrass us every single week. But like for me, like I've said, what I expect to see from my team is energy, effort, discipline, concentration. Like those should be the bare minimum. And then we talk about your quality and your ability to unlock teams. So if you can set them up so every game they're coming out with their best efforts in that regard, then I think we're going to be able to compete. And if we're able to compete, then I think we can finish at least 12th, you know? Next one is Jules and Dixon 4071. Is there something to be taken from United going to both City and Liverpool and being a better team? And what needs to be done to scale those performances across the remaining 18 games?
I think we spoke about it in terms of the mentality and obviously players having like the right players playing, but definitely the mentality and the energy, like shutting down, being aggressive, moving the ball quickly as well. I think Euro coming to the team will help with that because some of the other centre backs they kind of take too long on the ball, and I don't know what the attack. We should get bodies in. So yeah.
Fair. Assad XGH. When I analyze all of United's Amorim matches, only 1 or 2 I can say we deserve nothing in matches. Have the results reflected the performances where we should have gotten more out of the game?
I don't think so, because I think Bournemouth, I think we played better against Bournemouth maybe than we played against Everton. And we beat Everton like 4-0 or 4-1, whatever it was. And Bournemouth, we lost 3-0. So I thought we deserved more from Bournemouth. I thought Forest again. I don't think we're that bad against Forest, actually. I don't think we deserve to lose to Forest at home. Newcastle, we got what we deserved.
That was definitely one of the two he's probably talking about.
Yeah, even Ipswich away, I think we should have lost where we drew.
Mhm.
Arsenal, yeah, we deserve to lose. Who else have we played?
When did he come in? What was his first game?
Wolves. First game was, I think, before the.
Ipswich was the first game. Ipswich at home was the first game. Away.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Ipswich, I thought we could have won. Yeah, you're right.
Now I thought it was better than us, you know.
Yeah, we always started playing good at like the last 5 minutes. Like they were onto us for time.
Yeah, I think Wolves. I think when Ugarte came off, that was about it. To be honest with you, we just without him in there, we don't have the physicality in midfield to compete with Premier League midfields, unfortunately. So I think the performances have been okay, but again, if we're able to put in and it's a lack of errors as well, because in a lot of these games, what's turned them is a player making a mistake. And these lot typically, when we go down, heads go down, and that's it. All right, next one, last few. IO2T237. Short list of suitable targets for left wing back, please. This system gives them so much space, and we need someone who can exploit it and be dangerous. Diallo had his first good game there yesterday, but I don't think he's good enough for us there long term. I think there's Nuno Mendes that we've been linked to.
Yeah, that would be absolutely perfect. So I've watched a lot of PSG for obvious reasons, and Nuno Mendes is so good. Like he is lightning fast, and he's a really, really good dribbler, and he's quite good crosser and passer. So he will be perfect. So we linked with that. If he's a Jorge Mendes client, then
you have to sign somebody else as well.
Yeah, I'm confident. So it's just about who we have to sign as well to make Brody happy. Do you get me? So he's always doing business with United, isn't it? So so you know they're always greasing his palms. Atinori is another one from Wolves. I think he's quality, so technically gifted, great in the final third. He's sick. And Ola Aina, I rate him highly as well. I think he's a really good player. I'm not sure if he's as good as the other two going forward. He's just an all-round sick player. So maybe he might be more suited to right wing back. Yeah. Or maybe he'll be a left wing back and we get an attacking player at right wing back instead. But those are three players that I'm looking at. Even Robertson from Fulham, he's been very good at left back, but I'm not sure how good he will be in the wing back position.
Needs a bit more. Cool. Any from you, Ronnie? No.
You know I don't watch football on the continent, bro.
I hear you. Next one, Bruno said in his post-match interview that he felt he finally put in a complete performance. I agree. Is there a world in which you build a team of better players and he cuts out the Haram ball? I remember him being less Haram in that lockdown Galactico team, for example. He was less Haram in ETH's first season as well.
Yeah, it looked like ETH really did solve that problem, to be honest with you.
And then he just went back to form.
I think if we build a team with very good players and we get to a level, I don't suspect if this isn't his standard, he stays in the team. Well, that's just me.
Where I thought you were going to go, that is that we build a team with really good players. I don't suspect that he plays.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, he's not in the team.
Yeah, I agree. I think I've seen too much for me to ever change my opinion of Bruno, but that was nice.
That's the level, though, that I don't imagine many players. That's like world-class level, that performance yesterday. So to keep that level going forward consistently, I've not seen anything from him to say he'll be able to do that. So
yeah, that's one of the best midfielders in the league performance level, man. I mean, it's genuinely not just based on people reading how many goals and assists you got. And last question, Tupac was right. You could argue that every problem Manchester United faces today traces back to the Glazers' incompetence, which stems from Fergie's race horse debacle. Is it time to reassess Fergie's legacy? #Fergie out.
No, man. No, chill on Fergie, man.
Rock of Gibraltar, wherever you are, man.
I remember that.
Brought down an empire, my brother. Cool, lads. As always, a pleasure. We go again this weekend. Rest in peace, Kathy Phillips. It was a long-term employee of the club, more like a mother figure. If you watch any Manchester United documentaries or you had a clue about who was Stuart Carrington, Kathy was somebody who meant a lot to the club. She will definitely be missed.
I like how they've honoured her, though. I respect.
Yeah, definitely.
That's
definitely. They all went to a funeral today as well.
It did even the old players. You have to think she's seen so many generations.
Beckham was there with his parents. Even his
Yeah,
parents.
she's seen so many generations come through. She was in the Netflix documentary. He had she was in it, and obviously she was after the World Cup and the kind of death threats he was getting and whatnot. So I feel like she was a sort of character that she could probably even tell Fergie off. You know?
Yeah.
How long was she there? Like 50? Was it 55 years? I saw. How long was she there?
I don't know exactly how long, but she was there since them lot were kids. So that's definitely 30 plus years. I don't know if she supersedes. I don't know if she supersedes.
Yeah,
so
let me Google it. Hold on.
No, you're right. She worked for the club for over 55 years in a variety
Jesus.
of. Yeah.
Wow. She's seen more than that.
Yeah, late 1960s. She's
mad. She's seen everything.
Wow. She really, really has, man. Crazy.
They have to honor her in a proper way, something stadium related. They have to honor her because that's impressive still.
Yeah, that's so many generations of the club that she's seen, man. Oh man.
Shout out on her family, man.
I lie. May God rest her soul. Lads, somber note there. I maybe should have said that a bit earlier, but we had to pay our respects too. As always, a pleasure. We go again, man. Level Grillionaires, keep fighting, man. Peace.
Yo, when I spit bars in a rave, man, I go hard like Santan.